Your cat isn't actually enjoying your touch, they're just surviving it. In fact, the way you pet them right now is silently teaching them to resent your hands. And you're likely making the single most dangerous mistake tonight. Let's start with the first trap, that specific spot right above their tail. Have you ever noticed how your cat lifts their back end the second your hand gets near their lower spine? It feels like an invitation. They lift up so you keep scratching, and for a few seconds it looks like pure bliss. Then, out of nowhere, their skin ripples, their tail twitches, they spin around and bite your hand. You didn't do anything wrong intentionally, but you completely misread the room. That patch of skin right above the tail is one of the most nerve-dense zones on your cat's entire body. When you scratch it, you aren't just delivering a nice massage. You are firing off a violent flood of signals that their nervous system has to process all at once. For a brief moment, it feels intense and good. Past that, it instantly tips into a neurological state called petting-induced overstimulation. Their brain literally cannot tell the difference between pleasure and physical threat anymore. The bite isn't an act of aggression, it's their nervous system short-circuiting. And that famous elevator butt thing? It isn't a request for a deep tissue massage, it's a pure reflex. Kittens automatically lift their hindquarters when their mother grooms them to stay clean. It is hardwired into their biology long before they ever meet you. When your cat raises up, they are responding to a nerve signal that happens automatically, the exact same way your leg kicks when a doctor taps your knee with a rubber hammer. There is actually one tiny biological switch in your cat's body that drops their anxiety to zero and acts as an instant relaxation button. If you respect your cat's natural boundaries, hit subscribe right now. Let's prove how many smart cat owners are watching, and we will unlock that secret switch in just a moment. For now, the rule for the tail base is simple. Keep it to a few seconds or stay away entirely. Watch for the tail twitch. The split second you see that muscle ripple, your hand stops. That isn't a rejection of your love. That is your cat trusting you enough to tell you when enough is enough. Moving on to the second mistake, patting your cat like a dog. We all do it without thinking. You walk past your cat and give them a few quick, playful pats on the head or the side. It feels affectionate to you, and your cat probably just sits there quietly so you assume they like it. But sitting there and taking it is not the same as enjoying it. The way cats are structurally wired, that fast patting motion registers completely differently than it does for a dog. Dogs evolved as pack animals. Rough, physical, high-energy play is literally built into how they bond. A firm pat on the side mimics the structural contact they receive from other dogs, so their system reads it as a social, fun interaction. Cats are the exact opposite. They are not an inherently tactile species. When cats touch each other affectionately in the wild, it is always through slow, sustained contact. They press, they rub, they lean their weight. Their entire physical language is built around steady pressure, not impact. So when you pat your cat, even gently, their sensitive nerves register every single tap as a tiny, unexpected startle. The cat doesn't flinch away outwardly because they already know you aren't a predator, but internally their body is actively bracing for the impact every time your hand comes down. Over months, this is the quiet reason cats start ducking their heads away when you reach out to greet them. They aren't angry. Their body just memorized the impact and learned to avoid it. The fix is embarrassingly simple. Trade the pat for a press. Instead of tapping their head, rest your fingers gently against their cheek and let them push their weight into your hand. Instead of patting their side, run a slow, flat palm down their spine exactly one time, then pause. You will feel the tension leave their muscles immediately. They stop bracing, and they lean in. That is what genuine enjoyment actually looks like. This directly connects to the third rule. Never pet your cat while they are asleep. Your cat is curled up on the couch, eyes completely shut, looking impossibly soft. You walk by and give them a gentle stroke because it feels completely harmless. But that one tiny touch is quietly undoing the safest moment of their entire day. Sleep is the most vulnerable state a cat can enter. In the wild, a sleeping cat is completely defenseless. Every single cell in their biology knows this. So when your cat finally closes their eyes in your home, they are making a massive psychological decision. They are telling their own nervous system that this room is secure enough to fully shut down. That is the highest form of trust a cat can offer a human. When you touch them mid sleep, their system was completely powered down, and your hand just forced it back into survival mode. Heart rate spikes, muscles instantly tense, and pupils blow wide open. Even if they see it's just you and close their eyes again, the neurological damage is done. Their brain logs the event. Do this enough times, and your cat stops entering deep sleep around you altogether. They will still nap, but that full body, vulnerable sleep completely disappears. Cats need uninterrupted sleep cycles to regulate their mood and immune system. When those cycles are broken by a well meaning hand, they become reactive and unpredictable. If your cat is asleep, admire them from a distance. Let them wake up naturally and let them choose to come to you. The fourth mistake is using two hands to pet them. You're petting your cat with one hand, it's going great, so you bring in the second hand to double the affection. Both hands on the cheeks, or one on the chin while the other strokes their back. Suddenly they freeze, their ears shift, and they run away. For most cats, being touched from both sides simultaneously doesn't feel like extra love. It feels like losing their exit. It doesn't matter how gentle your hands are. What matters is that their body is now physically boxed in. The second that happens, every good feeling gets overwritten by a primal instinct that says they cannot leave. Cats don't just consent to being touched. They need to know they can revoke that consent at any given second. Even when two bonded cats groom each other, the receiver always has physical space to stand up and walk away. The moment that option disappears, affection feels like restraint. Always keep one hand free and let the other side of their body stay completely open to the room. This brings us to the final greeting ritual that almost every owner skips. Think about how you greet your cat. You walk up, reach down, and your hand lands on their body before they have any say in it. To you, that's a loving hello. To your cat, that is a giant stranger walking up and putting hands on their face without permission. When two trusted cats meet, they don't just start grooming. They approach slowly, stop at a short distance, and extend their noses forward. They touch noses, exchange scent, and only after that mutual check-in does physical contact happen. Every single time. The human version is simple. Extend your hand slowly and hold it completely still a few inches from their face. Don't wiggle your fingers. Just wait. If they lean forward and bump your hand with their nose or press their cheek into your fingers, that is their official yes. By accepting your hand, your cat just unlocked that secret biological switch we talked about earlier. Those are the scent glands running along their cheeks and chin. This area is their ultimate comfort zone, and letting them rub against your still hand activates an instant wave of relaxation through their entire body. Now you can pet them, and the interaction starts from a place of mutual consent. If they look away, it just means not right now. Respecting that no is the fastest way to make your cat trust your hands tomorrow, more than they do today, turning you into a safe haven instead of a threat they have to brace for. Now look at your cat right now. Are they looking back at you or are they hiding their paws? When was the last time your cat bit you out of nowhere?